Damn it! Lenegis soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Oh! I am Lord Dohalim of Elda Menancia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they've got one.
My deal?
Bring you down.
Well, not done!
Blah, blah, blah.
Strike!
Hear my call. Blah, blah, blah. Here's evil.
Take this! You're mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Lightning point
Here and now! Inferno
Into the domination zone!
Reformer won't save you!
Holy land! Came between heaven and earth. Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Act to action!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Backing down! Orochi's fury! Denied!
Here I come!
Steel force!
Eternal devastation!
These ones can run rings around us! If it's in the sky, we have
Orochi's fury!
In here! Gemini Aqua! More for the stockpile! By the
Here I come!
water! This one's mine!
Whirlwind! Eternal
Illuminate the dark!
devastation!
Magic is damned! Holy land!
All
Too
kids
much
you
to
hear it
handle!
now!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Prepare you all Mars!
Here!
Eternal devastation!
Here's evil!
I'll finish you
Now!
here and now! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Dance in the wind! Here!
It's go time!
Eternal devastation! Try harder! My
Winds
turn!
of heaven! I think I'll pass up the
You're mine!
More for the stockpile!
Hurricane!
Now I'm in the glue.
Eternal devastation!
I'll smash you!
You're mine!
I'll heal you all! Blah, 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 magic!
You're mine!
Holy
No
land!
further!
Blah, blah,
You're
blah!
finished!
Take my money!
Ah! Here I come! Burn in hell!
Violent darting wind!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Eternal devastation!
Instant lightning orb! Illuminate the water! Holy land! Gemini Aqua!
Take this!
I'm my savior! Where are you going?
Eternal devastation!
I'll heal you all!
Now we're
That
off!
freaking does it! Healing circle!
I owe you one.
Smash you!
No further!
Freeze Lancer!
Now I'm real mad!
Cyan instant!
It's on!
Here!
Not a chance!
Do it! More for the
Say no more. Onward and upward.
Go no further!
See one, eh?
You picked the wrong fight.
Blazing storm! Raging storm! You think that shield will save you?
Bring him down!
Fire support!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Really? That freaking does it!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
To me!
Here, let me help.
Prepare to be
Stay here!
The flame inside me.
Storm! Winds of heaven!
These fists have got your name on them!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. My turn.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Do it!
Look sharp.
Lightning tiger blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Little help!
Now
Now you
you'll
see what I
learn!
can do! Take this!
Heat up now! Holy land!
A showdown between blade and sword!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Void blast. Strike.
Freeze Lancer! Blah, blah, blah!
Void blast.
Surfer Knuckle!
Soda.
Lunar corruption! Now!
Stand back!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Gotta break through.
Came between heaven and earth.
Lightning thrust.
Now I'm real mad!
Charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good. I'll leave it to you. Lunar Rondo. Orochi Fury.
Now I'm in this ready as I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Surfing knuckle!
Orochi Fury.
I'll finish you here and now!
Orochi Fury. Not today.
I never miss.
I can carve through armor! Take this!
It's over.
Damn!
Not on my watch.
Take it
This one's all mine.
Illuminate the dark. Holy glitter. Holy land.
Plasma shock.
Big blast!
Healing circle.
Plasma shock. Eater.
Super power. Holy land.
Lunar Rondo. Devastation.
I'll be safe. Artemisia.
You're much harder.
I never miss.
You're finished.
Can't get out of this!
Time to let it rip.
Do
Orochi
it.
Fury.
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
Onward and upward.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. I'll smash you!
Eater.
Light astral energy. Illuminate the dark. Here's a healing. It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
I owe you one.
Raging fire.
Plasma shock.
I'm just forward up!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
None shall my
Not today. Eternal devastation. Lunar Rondo.
Do it.
Prepare to be seized.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble! I'm just getting started!
Orochi Fury.
Here, let me help.
It's on.
heal you all!
Ignite! Swallow dance!
Raging healing circle! Celestial Now, Mom, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
That'll bring you down!
I can carve through armor! No further!
How long are we gonna keep this up for exactly? I'm on a roll now! What came between heaven and earth? Astral energy!
Say no more! My turn!
Here! Now!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
It's on! For my lord!
Not in your dreams!
You're mine! You picked it! Time!
Illuminate the pit! Blah, blah, blah!
Take this!
I'm the true gunslinger around here!
Far enough!
More with that heater bro!
Now or never!
You get the death! Swallow die!
Try harder! Did you hear me?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! No! Take this!
That'll bring you down!
I'll smash you! No escape!
Now, Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they They said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when—
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control symbols like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master toy?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zoogle, then we get some answers.
Go for the weak point!
Try harder! Not a chance of flaming strike! You're easily left free!
Armor won't save now!
Eternal
Closing ready!
Crush!
This one's mine!
Nothing gets by here!
Mega
Here I come! Lunar Rondo!
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
No further!
Lunar corruption!
Burn in hell!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
That's freaking does it!
I never miss!
You're mine! I'm
Now
not
you
done!
see what I can do!
Lightning
Devastation! Crush!
What's this?
Healing Rondo!
Lunar Rondo!
Eagle assault!
Need to pull myself together!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! I'll finish you! Take
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Here I come!
Eat this!
Here, take that!
Eternal devastation! Lunar Rondo!
Prison tear!
It's about to burn the sky and mine!
Look sharp, everyone!
You can't get out of this!
Strike!
Ready to go!
Try harder!
Thanks!
Far enough!
Just what I needed!
Freezing storm! Ready and rare!
Ice tornado! Here's the healing arc!
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this!
Recover!
I owe you one!
Feel! I'll bring you back from death!
No escape!
No paper!
Eternal devastation!
Reflection!
Strike! This one's all mine!
Vanquish darkness!
Not today!
Now we're not...
Bring you down!
Can't get out of this!
We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Healing circle! Art seal!
Tear you apart!
Not on my watch! Freezing storm!
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Magic is Ice tornado! Firmament strength will heal you all!
Now I'm in the groove! Far enough!
Pull myself together!
I owe you one! You... Thanks for that! Eternal devastation!
Can't get out of this!
Eternal devastation!
Lightning orb! Blah, blah, All
Here
finish you
goes!
here and now!
Control devastation!
Sorry. Healing circle!
I owe you one.
I'll bring you back.
Almost done! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
This one's all mine!
Will this help? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now it's just her! Varia, can you hear me? Varia!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember, you never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.